Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So this is part 4 of our tour in hop on hop off in the bus at Nashville, Tennessee. So we're still with Leek Family Farm here. We're going to explore inside this building. This is where Jack Daniels is located. And of course, pa-picture muna kami. And of course, there's a free tasting of whiskey and moonshine. Entrance pa lang, parang malalasing ka na. But we didn't try since we're going back home to Georgia after this tour, so at night. And of course, they have varieties of goodies with JD on it. Reminds me of Kuya Jerver TV. Shout out diha. I know na mag-watch ka aning akong premiere. And of course, makalimutan ba ang kaniyang friendship sa Marine Channel and Humanite Boat at saka ang buong barkada niya, Twin Businesswoman, Nox Family Vlog, Miss Carol Vlog, Sampresi Life with Boracday, Shot puno na this. By the way, we haven't tried any of this. We just bought some of liqueurs and some flavored goodies. Gaya nitong honey cake. Akala ko masarap siya. Matapang pala siya. Tapos sa umaga ko pala lang siya na-try. Kasi naalala ko magkakape ako and then I forgot there was an alcohol content on the cake. So it didn't turn perfectly well with the coffee. I don't know. It's just not my thing. By the way, there are varieties of items that has alcohol content or with the scent of some liquor on this area, and also their liquor has some flavor on it like fruits or coffee or other types of food. So there are some exciting and fun gift to give for someone like the coasters. I have that in my shorts. The sayings are really funny and sort of exciting. Although I haven't tried it here in this place itself, a must try is the butter pecan moonshine. They are really good. By the way, after this building, we're going to hop on the bus again, and it will be another conductor that will drive and make us a tour.
Spice rum.
But that would be good in coffee.
So we're going back to the bus.
I just drove around in a circle and talked to myself, so this is a lot more fun. I'm happy to have you on board here. So just a few safety messages as we get rolling on out of here. First of all, if you're too hot, too cold, can't hear me, whatever, please just let me know and we can fix it, close, open the windows, whatever. Just all I ask is that we remain seated while the trolley's in motion, and then we'll fix it when we're stopped, okay? Please no smoking or drinking on board. I know 5 o'clock is quickly approaching, but none of that on the trolley. Sorry about that. And then last but not least, please watch your step and use the handrails as you enter into the trolley. So yeah, this green brick building on our right-hand side over there, that is the Nelson Greenbrier Distillery. Have y'all gone in there? Yeah. Okay. How did it look in there? I heard they remodeled it pretty recently. Yeah, okay. All right, well, awesome. I'm happy to hear it. I'm assuming y'all like whiskey then. Yeah. Yeah. So it's not entirely my thing. Like it's not my favorite, but the Nelson Greenbrier Distillery, they are really changing my opinions on things. Okay, they got some great stuff in there, and they also have a really good story behind them. So I'll give you a little lowdown on it. So Nelson Greenbrier Distillery was founded by the Nelson family, and they're immigrating over from Germany in 1850. So the patriarch of their family, he wanted them to have a great start when they came over here. All right, so he was pretty paranoid about their money, and he had all of their funds and assets liquidated. Then he had that all turned into gold. Then he had that gold shaven down and sewn into his clothes. So quite the intensive process, and he was definitely the best dressed coming across, blinged out and everything, but It was a little bit of a heavier outfit, and it weighed him down. He was washed overboard from the ship, and it did not wait for him. So the family arrives over to America, fatherless, penniless. They got to start over. So Charles Nelson, he is the new head of household, and he decides to open a grocery store to make ends meet for his family. So he's doing great. He sells all your normal grocery things, but the main thing that's like flying off the shelves is whiskey, naturally. So he ditches all the rest of the stuff and starts to make his own. So he was in distilled spirits producer number 5. And if y'all know the little Jack Daniels logo, it's got that number 7 on it. They were in DSB number 7. So Charles Nelson and Jack Daniels, they were making whiskey right next to each other, and the Greenbrier Distillery was actually outselling them by about 100,000 gallons annually. So they're doing really well for themselves. But as to why they're not as famous or well known, Charles Nelson passes away right before Prohibition hits, okay? So he hands the business over to his wife at that time, who is getting an alcohol business at probably the worst time you could possibly get an alcohol business in American history. So they go under, and the Nelson Greenbrier Distillery, they lay dormant for about 100 years until 2 brothers, they're on a road trip through Greenbrier, Tennessee, and they happen to see the historical placard with the Charles Nelson name on it. So these 2 brothers' names is Charles and Andy Nelson. So they see that and they're like, oh my God, that's my name. We gotta keep reading. So they figure out that the Charles Nelson who started the distillery is their great-great-great-grandfather, and that they're descendants to him and his distillery. So in 2009, they decide to reopen that distillery, and that is who's running it today. So Charles, he does the distilling, and then Andy does all of the marketing side of things. They have that old family recipe in there, and just making great whiskey. So that's kind of who's behind it today. But yeah, you said y'all tried it and you liked it. Yep. It was good. I liked it. But when you were at Marathon, did you go to Corsair Distillery at all? Okay, so Corsair Distillery, they are my personal favorite one in town, and it's really because of their bitters. So they got great whiskey, but like really unique flavors you can put in there. So I tried their leather bitters, and it didn't taste like an old boot or anything. It just tasted like this like super unique, rich flavor I'd never had before. And that, like, drinking whiskey was the first time I really enjoyed it. So Corsair Distillery, they are my favorite. I would go in there if you get a chance. But over to our right-hand side, you can't see them super well from here, but we have a few college nursing a little bit to go downtown. But that corporation is owned by the same guy who bought Kentucky Fried Chicken from the Colonel Sanders. So kind of the conflict of interest he's got going there. He's got the poison and the cure and just sits on top of all of it.
I think he has the right idea.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, that's quite the business plan he's got going there. But we have entered into Centennial Park. So this is a gorgeous, gorgeous park, and we have some beautiful weather to enjoy it with today. So this park was established in 1896, and it was to rein in the 100 years of Tennessee statehood milestone. And to celebrate that, we had the Centennial Exposition. So I'll kind of show you what it looked like when we had that event here. We had about 100 temporary buildings put up, and they were all made out of wood and plaster. And they were talking about our various industries, agriculture, transportation, all of that kind of stuff. And to open up this event, President McKinley, he had pressed a button from the White House, and then it opened up the gates electronically to this park. So that is just super cool. But of those temporary buildings, the Parthenon was also put up. So it was originally built out of wood and plaster as well, never intended to be permanent, but the citizens of Nashville loved it so much that after that temporary one had a bit of wear and tear on it, they rebuilt it out of concrete. So that is the one that we have here today, and inside of that, we have the Athena statue. So I'll show you a little bit what she looks like. She's big, she's grand. This picture here gives the best idea of her, like, grandiosity, I suppose. But she's 42 feet tall, she's gilded in 18 karat gold, and it's just a beautiful statue. So she is what's inside the Parthenon, as well as, all right, let's get rolling on now. I'll give you a second to get settled. All right. We'll get rolling. So, as I turn out of the
Paglingkod
spot,
padaan.
I'm probably gonna make the sickest, nastiest turn you'll see a trolley make ever. Okay, it's real tight, and I worked really hard on it. And if I'm gonna hit the curb, I'll let you know. Okay, but if I get it clean and I don't hit anything, I need y'all to go crazy for me. Okay, it's good for my morale, right? So I'll put on my traffic director hat for a second, maybe. Yeah. Okay, and here we go. Can I get a drum roll, please? Alright.
Oh my goodness.
Alright! Whew, it feels good every time. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. See it backward? I don't know about that. I might let you take a try at that. I don't think it's Oh my god, that'd be crazy. Maybe I should keep working on that. But as we get to the top of this hill, you're gonna get this beautiful view of the Parthenon over your left-hand shoulder. Okay, so it's gorgeous, and like it's just one of the money shots you get on the tour, so it's great. They don't like it when we hold up traffic over here though, but I do have a stop sign. Okay, so your safety is my #1 priority. We'll take it nice and slow. I'll look left and right. Really quickly, okay? So if you need a picture, feel free to do so. Just be a little bit urgent about it, and please stay seated when you got your picture, okay? All right, and we're stopped. And I'm well, okay. So, not to be abrupt, but do y'all like college football at all? Sure? Okay, well, who do you like? No way, really? Yeah. Oh, I just graduated from there. Yes, okay, I just graduated from there last spring, and I'm using my degrees to drive trolleys now. So my parents are very proud, they love it. So I love all the Minnesota teams from living there, so I love Vikings, love the Gophers, Sky Mob, or the boat. All right, thank you for not booing me. That happens a lot more times than you think it does, so thank you. That's very kind of you. But
Yeah.
all right, there you go. It's like the tallest one over there. So that is the Vanderbilt Dorm. That's all of their student housing. Or I mean, they have more student housing, but that's some of their really nice student housing over there. Yes, they're super fancy and they look beautiful, and like they're just gorgeous buildings. Okay. Can anyone guess how old they are?
100 years.
100 years? 150, okay.